meeting in order. It's 7:30 p.m. Thank you, Terry. No, that's okay. You all set? Okay. All right. The first item on the agenda this evening is 41 Tumblebrook Road, application for residential addition. Is anyone hearing that tonight?
Yes.
Why don't you just come on up and sign in? Can't see. If you want to just sort of just briefly describe what you're looking to do here, and then go from there.
Okay, we're looking to put on an addition. This Mina is my wife, so I reside there also, and I'm also going to be the contractor. So
Okay.
that's what I do. So we're putting an addition on and doing some remodeling, and that's pretty much what we're looking for approval.
Looks like it's a fair distance from the wetlands. Terry, have you been out there? Do you have any views on this?
I have not been out there, but we've had a look at the plans, and as the staff memo says, we are of the opinion that should you choose to delegate it, it's something that's easily handled.
Just, you know, what Terry's referring to is a shortcut to the process by us just delegating it to Terry rather than waiting till next month to make a decision ourselves. And we typically do that in the event, you know, in the situation where we don't see there's much risk to wetlands areas. But
I see.
does anybody have any comments, questions, concerns?
I have an old one.
Here's the one that's in the file.
I was just looking for where the addition is.
I think it's is it the shaded area is the
Correct.
addition in the back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it'll be a garage and.
God, look, Barry's microphone.
So there's a 3-car garage that's going, the existing garage is going to be taken down. It's a 2-car garage.
Okay.
Adding a 3-car garage with 3 bedrooms behind it and revamping the main house.
So this addition is 3 garages and bedrooms?
Yeah, it'd be the front portion towards the road would be the 3-car garage, and behind it would be the addition for the bedrooms.
So this is okay. Portion to be removed. Okay. And the wetlands are off. I'm just trying to find the wetlands area here.
Well, there's a town stormwater goes
Okay.
down the side there, and that's
Right
I guess
here.
considered a water course.
Right.
I don't understand.
Okay. Well, it looks like the swale you're talking about from the town drainage is really the impact here. That's
Right. Yeah.
So with that number of bedrooms, is there a revision to the septic system, or?
No, it's the house that totals out at 4 bedrooms, and I was down the health department. Quinnipiac, and I have a sign off from them.
Mm-hmm.
So the house will be 4 bedrooms,
Okay.
and they approved that about a month ago.
Okay, I'm fine with it. Anybody else have any other comments? No? Do we have a motion to delegate this to Terry then? Jack moved. Do we have a second?
Yeah, I'll second.
Dave Victor, Dave Speranzini seconded. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstentions, and Josh is seated for Dave Bixler. So. All right, you're all
Okay,
set.
very good. Thank you.
See Terry, and he'll take care of processing the permit. So.
Okay, very good. Thank you. I'll be done.
On the grading question, I noticed the contour lines say like 95 feet above sea level. How can that possibly be true? I come up more than 100 feet when I come from
Yeah.
New Haven. I think there's a mistake. I think there's a digit missing. It doesn't change anything.
Yeah, I just, no, I see, yeah.
I only
This
see
is what he
what's
has,
wrong.
yeah. I had him do contours on everything, do
Well,
resurvey.
they're
just
nice
to be-
contours, but
No, yeah,
right
yeah,
number.
yeah. It's a good question, I'll ask him.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, next item on the agenda is under old business, 244 Ansonia Road. Based on the staff memo, I see there was some revisions to the plans based on Bob's comments, and then the engineer and Bob still have to review the the current revision of the plans. Is that it, Terry? Or?
We've just received the engineer's revisions.
Yeah. Mhm.
And
So Bob has to take a look
the
at
day
it.
before yesterday, and Bob has not yet had a chance to come. We forwarded the revised plan to Bob.
Okay. So we're continuing this to next month. Okay.
It's our recommendation to do so.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay, do we have a motion to continue the
So
Dave Speranzini moves. Do we have a second?
Second that.
Jack seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, 5-0. That's continued till next month.
we recommend to the people that as we did last month, is that their engineer should work specifically with Bob to, so that we don't have to wait for someone's comments. They should be able to communicate with each other and have everybody's questions answered.
Yeah, I mean, most of us went out there, I think,
Yeah.
Either together or, some people were dedicated and went out when they were supposed to go out. So I don't know if I probably should, before we move off this item, if there's any comments you have based on your site visit that you want to pass along to Bob, or voice now, let.
Well, it was interesting. The only things that I noticed were the things that Bob had written he wanted attended to, and I just looked through the plans that we got tonight, and pretty much, if indeed that's what Bob said he wanted, and the engineer seems to have, even to the missing wetlands flag in the back. It shows on the plan now, it didn't show before, and I haven't gone out to see that it's there, but I assume it's there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well.
And the driveway not being paved. The big concern was the driveway, because that's a big change in where the water is going to go. But they say the plan now says it's permeable for the most part, other than the apron up front.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. All right. Well, if for some reason there's something else that even though I should discuss this before we continue the thing, if there's anything else you think of, pass along to Terry, and he can pass along to Bob. So. Okay, moving right along. Next item on the agenda is Woodbridge Village Associates request for extension of the permit for the project down on the flats. As it's stated in your memo, the thing was approved back in 07. It was continued once already. expiration of the permit is coming up again in March. Statute, excuse me. Statute, and there's a little flow chart that Chris and Terry had provided in your packet to show how permits are extended, how long they can be extended for. This permit can be extended until March 21 of 2021, which is another 4 years. And that's what I assume Mr. Nuff is looking for. I don't know whether we need to discuss it a lot. It's hopefully the project someday will be done, but there's no reason not to extend the permit. Terry, do you have any comments or anything?
Well, I think, sure, I think we could take notice of the fact that this particular wetland area is a artifact of a wetland soil type. It is not connected to a continuous path of water, redemption and a processing of siltation materials, nor are there any wetland obligate species, nor are there any really planting. You notice that it's in a little, if you recall, it's in a little tiny corner next to an adjacent neighbor. It's a depressed area. It is, so it's not something that is contributing to our charge whatsoever.
Right.
So I think that it's to have some certainty with this is not a bad thing. So we would support extending it as long as it's possible to do so.
Okay. John, you want to add anything, or you're fine with just approving it and you can go home? Okay.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I can't make you any promises as to when the project will go forward. Obviously, we're always hopeful. I'm in constant contact with my client. It's just haven't been able to, but we would appreciate the extension. So.
Okay. All right. Any other discussion, questions? Okay, we have a motion to extend the permit until March 21st, 2021.
Make that motion.
Jack moved. Second.
Second.
Josh seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, you're all set. Thanks.
Thank you.
John.
Have a good
Yep. Yeah, you too. All right. Next item on the agenda is a request for a reduction of bond with respect to 190 Seymour Road. Terry, do you want to let us know what's going on with that, or
Sure.
where it stands?
Bob Criscolo, Christine, and I have examined this property, and Bob Criscolo has responded to this request, and I'm not certain that Bob has seen this particular request. However, it's easy to say that this particular project has been accomplished with great care. It's performed well. It was a very challenging project, as you might recall. And this engineer, owner, contractor, took our advice, which was not his first suggestion, and he accomplished it well. The clearing that this project has done, I believe, has made a passage of one of our state roads much safer around a bend. It's had an extraordinary effect. We have very happy neighbors, and I don't often get to report the fact that we have so happy neighbors about what the effect of this project has done on their drainage, and so there are some there's some reasons to hold back a modest sum, and he's suggesting that it's $7,300. I would ask that as long as we can get assurances from Bob that that's the proper number, I would encourage you to things. This is a bond being held, by the way, in conjunction with Town Planning and Zoning, and they have taken the same advice and allowed staff to release it up to that amount as we get the appropriate responses.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm willing to go along with what you recommend on this.
Were any of the additional work items significant, or are they just waiting to see that they all
Well,
perform as intended?
I mean, there's some of that. There's the wait and see how it works under some, passage of time, which is this most significant thing that's left. There's a little, at the top of the slope, there's a little zig and a little zag where the proposed plan had it zagging, and as it was built, it zigged. And
Is that the drainage over on the, I call it the left side?
this drainage actually goes through the middle of the lot, which is a problem that this drainage is, but it's at the top. And it's really how it connects, by the way, with the drainage on an upper lot that is not as controlled as this now is. This is really receiving waters from, I believe it's called Roseview above it.
Yes.
And I believe that Roseview is receiving waters from a subdivision, an earlier subdivision after that. So, the gift with this lot is the fact that it receives a lot of water. I think that the tasks that are left to do pale in compared to what the task at hand was that's already been accomplished. We've taken the contractor's taken a highly eroded channel and a dynamically highly eroded channel and made it stable, and to everyone's great benefit. So I think that the outstanding items are more could be more characterized as tuning the guitar as opposed to anything else.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Any other discussion, comment? Nope.
Yeah, actually, I was wondering if, I see the December 27th letter from Robert Pryor. Looks like he responded to Chris Guolo's comments. And I was just wondering if our engineer has reviewed this.
He has not, and that's why, to my knowledge, he has not, and that's why I'm a little reluctant to recommend exactly what Mr. Pryor has said, but if you would kindly delegate to staff up to release to $7,300, and that way, if there's something that's compelling, I don't know that there is, but it's to be circumspect. It's worthwhile.
So TP&Z authorized,
Completely.
delegated the authority to you to reduce it down to 7,300 if
That's correct.
if Bob's recommendations conform to that. Okay. Okay. I mean, I could see us going along with that too. So do we have a motion to give Terry authority to reduce the bond down to 7,300 if Bob's recommendations support that number?
So moved.
Dave Speranzi moved. We have
I'll
second.
second it.
Jack seconded. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? 5-0. It's your authority.
Thank you.
Okay. Enforcement officer report. Anything going on, Terry?
It's been a quiet winter.
Okay. So we don't have to worry about anything?
I think we have to worry about everything, but I think we don't have a lot of open ground at the moment.
Right. How's Crestview? Did it's anything grow to stabilize the situation? Is that
I gotta tell you, it's a wonderful job at Crestview. If you have a chance to drive at the end of Meadowcrest there and look at it, it's a wide area. They planted grass. There's erosion controls in place. I think George did a wonderful job.
Yeah, Grieger usually does a good job anyway, too. So
Yeah,
it's, you know.
yeah. But, but for George's advocacy, it wouldn't have been done.
Yeah.
And so I think that it was not an easy task. I mean, they had to do couple different pieces of equipment. They weren't there very long. They worked efficiently, and it's done. I do believe that particular area is at the bottom of a large watershed. There's several micro sheds that feed into it, and siltation is forever. So he's talking about doing some work on establishing a larger forebay right in front of that discharge point that's under, I guess it's Meadowcrest or Crestview and Meadowcrest meet up. And it's probably a good idea because, you know, if we can slow the water down, the sooner we can slow the water down, the faster the sediments will drop, the easier it will be to pick the sediments out.
Yeah.
So I don't, you know, I don't know if that was part of his proposal, and that he's talking about doing it in the spring, and we'll have to perhaps talk again before that. But
But it probably does make sense to do that, though.
yeah, I mean, the easier we can, you know, if we can get those sediments to drop out, I mean, the sediments are going to be there. You know, if we can have a device, it's a traditional device that we use to, you know, it's like, you've seen it on plans, it's like a stone wall kind of, that makes a little bowl that it can first splash into and then settle down. But it's all coming back. I mean, you know, we have to keep on, if we live long enough, it'll be all back there.
Okay. All right. Let's see, what else? No site inspections. Approval of minutes. We have the minutes of December 21 meeting. Does anyone have any comments, corrections on those?
Yeah, I reviewed them and they look fine to me.
Okay.
I didn't see anything.
Okay, did a great job in running everything, thank you. Sorry I wasn't here. All right, then, do we have a motion to approve the minutes as submitted? Jack moved, second. Dave seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I'll just abstain because I wasn't here. So, 401 approved. Let's see. Anything else anyone wants to talk about? Okay. Then, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I will second that.
And Barry seconded, Dave moved, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? Okay, we're done. It's,
Seven. Score of over.
yeah, 7:53, I guess.